Yes, I swear. Hi, Yokui. How are you? Hi, James. Hi, Don't Touch My Pee-Pee. Hi, Olitao. Hi, Duke. What's up, my guys? Hi, Carito. Welcome back. Hi, Cam. Hi, everyone. Oh, and it is frozen. Oh, and this is on my chest. We're off to a good start. Why is this frozen? Look at this frozen face. We need to fix that. 1 second. Off to a good start. Oh, trying to get me to rate Epoch Camp? What's going on here? What's going on here? Working? No, still frozen. Best quality auto. Oh man, no, it's not gonna work. No, it's not gonna work. I look so annoyed. I promise you I was not annoyed. I promise you I was in fact very happy today. What's going on? Why I oughta. Hang on. Ah! What the heck? Give me a second here. Yeah, now it's just not even connected. Oh, can I swear to butts? Swear to butts. No, you're connected. It was working a second ago. Well, you know what? Here we are. I just want a good quality camera to work on my behalf. It's okay. This doesn't look so bad today. Hi. Can you see me? Can you see me? Contentment. Thank you. It is definitely more contentment. Hi, Dibs. Welcome back. Dibs. Dibs. Bro, you missed the meeting with Luke. Oh, you talked to him? Oh, good. Okay. Never mind. I don't want to call you out. It should be an email. Okay, let me. It's just. This is actually. I think this is actually my frog face. This is the face that I make when I'm trying to play video games. Like if you see me focusing on stream, then like if I'm trying to play games really good, that's the face I make. Okay. Thank you so much for the sub. I think it was Lord Rude subscribed. How many months was that? My notifier is not showing me. For 9 months, and then Use coming through with a 45. Use. Damn. All right, I love you both. I'm gonna moonwalk for you guys. Hi, EO. Welcome to the stream. How are you? How are you guys? Welcome. My armchair looks like Ditto. It does. You're right. That's a good analogy. Okay. I'm gonna moonwalk and try and avoid my cat's puke that I didn't clean up yet today. It's gonna be a good day. Good day. Oh, Serving Cat's here too. Serving Cat! Wow, you're using yourself not on the starting soon screen. Just ignore the cat puke. The cat was eating his food too quickly today. 64 months! Hi, Lone. It's good to see you. Yeah, I've got some people who have just loved and supported me for so long, and it is incredible because I have not been the most consistent of the peoples. So, hi Naru, how are you? Good to see you. Hi Craigster. Hi Steel. Welcome. Welcome to the stream, everyone. So I took a week off last week. Actually, I streamed early in the week. I took some of the days off last week, which felt really good because I did a whole month of streaming like 5 days the week. I know that this is going to sound very dramatic for everyone that works more than 5 days a week, but like getting back into streaming, I'm doing everything in my power not to burn out. So I took some days off yesterday and I went to a crypto event. So that was pretty cool. It was called Permissionless. It was in Palm Beach. If you guys followed my stories, I posted a little bit about it. And then this weekend I went to EDC. So that was great. If Amazon would let me pledge my Prime for life, I would. That would be great. I think it's very intentional that they make it so you have to come here and remember to use it. Hi, Lone. You're good? You don't know what to eat? I've been eating a lot of sprouts and salads. Oh, and if you have ground beef and rice, you should make a Korean beef bowl. That's what I've been making lately too. It's really good. Like, and it's super easy to combine all the good foods, and then you put it together and it's delicious. You also do a lot of other people work. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know it's hard to chart, like, when you just see the outward appearance of what goes into content creation and streaming and business and life. And if you judge someone based on the amount of time that they're live, it is a gross understatement of the amount of work that goes into things. So, oh my God, you're going to Turkey? Master, are you going to go to Cappadocia too? Or just Istanbul? Bodrum? Where are you going? I love Turkey. Turkey's actually one of my favorite places. Istanbul is for sure my top 2 cities, is Mexico City and Turkey. Are you getting ghosted by the same person, third degree? Or is this different people every time? So that's a little different. Which one is it? Let me help you. Let me help you. People ghost a lot. And I actually used to be a ghoster too. So by different people. So, I mean, ultimately, you can't really, if people are ghosting you, there's nothing you can really do. Honestly, you just kind of have to be like, okay, that's that. Because if you go and if you pursue a ghost, they run the other way. Does that make sense? Like, people who ghost are like trying to avoid the conversation or the commitment or whatever. So like if you are trying to pursue that, then you make it worse. So I highly suggest that when you notice someone is ghosting you, you just run the other way. Because at this stage, we don't want to be playing games with people. If we are interested in someone, we want them to be upfront about it. We get to be upfront about it. That's the name of the game, at least like in my opinion. So just avoid that. But if you want, oh my God, amazing, Master. You're going to all my favorite places. You're gonna have so much fun. I'm so jealous. That's incredible. Yeah, make sure you book your hot air balloon ride in advance. That's what I would say. Gortax, welcome. Boo, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm gonna walk for you. Watch me avoid this cat puke. All for you. Oh, I still got it. I still got it. So don't become Ghostbusters. No, do not pursue the ghosts. Ghosts, I think, is a huge red flag for people. Someone's ghosting you, just like honestly ignore them at all costs and move on and just be like, okay, they're not as developed as I desire. But ultimately, if people are ghosting you and it's happening consistently, it could be due to something you're saying. It could be due to something like the way that you're behaving. Does that make sense? Like, it's important for us to not take responsibility for other people's projections of us. But at the end of the day, if this is happening consistently, it could be something that you're saying that's putting people off. Could be something that you're doing that's putting people off. So I think it's good to do a little check-in and be like, is this normal? Maybe talk to like your friends who are more successful with dating and be like, hey, like you could show them your conversations with, I'm assuming this is on dating apps, but maybe it's not. You can clarify that, feeling good. But like, show them your messages and be like, this is happening a lot. People are ghosting me. This is what I'm writing. Do you think that I should approach this differently? Because like, there's a lot of nuance in conversation, and like, especially with women, or I'm assuming it's women, but it might be men too. Like when you're writing things, people can take it the wrong way. And like you can put people off, definitely. So I think it's important to kind of learn the art of like healthy, loving conversation and good questions to ask. And the really cool thing actually is like the internet exists, right? And people have done a lot of time and effort and research into doing the right conversations and creating the right energy. So you can go online and look up like, what are some good questions to ask people on a first date? I use the Alienware mouse. and keyboard. I'll show you. This is my little setup right here. Hey, 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 hey. So that's what that would be my advice for that. Is my camera working yet? Let's check. Nope, still frozen. Yeah, that's so annoying. That's so annoying. Hi, React Man! What's good? Oh my god, so much is good, honestly. I'm having so much fun. No, I haven't switched out Luke's GPU. When is the podcast dropping? I think I'm gonna record this week, actually, to be totally honest. I'm gonna be here this week, and then I've got I'm involved in a really fun streamer thing this weekend. I think I can talk about it. I don't know if I can talk about it. Can I talk about it? I should probably ask before I talk about it. But I'm doing something really fun this weekend. So this week, I'm gonna record my first podcast episode. I think it's just like, Jelly, I'm like I wish that like you and I could get on a call and then you just ask me questions and then that's the podcast, because I'm so great with an audience. So like I like bouncing off of you guys and like answering the questions and like getting the topics and the energy from chat. But then when it's just me, I'm like, ooh, what is like interesting for me to talk about? I don't know. Hi, React Man. How are you? Flayton's here too. I love you guys so much. I'm glad you're here. Thanks, Fahooms. You think I'm cool like my mouse? That's what I was thinking too, is I could record it on stream. I mean, technically, if I go back and if I cut out all of the like highs and welcome to the team and things like that, like I think the podcast would be quite sweet. I can show you my image for it. It's called Light Mirror. And my whole reasoning behind that is like Black Mirror is showing you like kind of the shittiness of the world. And I want, oh, this is really large and it looks a little, Black Mirror is like showing you the darkness and the blackness about society and the world. And I really want to show like the light. I want to shine light on different topics. I want to shine light on you. I want to show you how beautiful and incredible and insanely amazing you are. And then at the same time, how amazing like the world is too. Because I think after the last few years, we've just gotten such a kind of dark view on how things are. And in reality, like, reality is honestly whatever you make it. So if I can help you choose a better reality and start looking for the good and the light in yourself and in the world, rather than like expecting that everyone's out to get you and like the world is shit and la 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 la. Yeah, reflecting your light, highlighting your brilliance. Great, I'm gonna steal that. Thank you. Let me add that to my Notion. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I love that. And I'm really excited to like I've really been enjoying my like shout out to everyone that's joined my this right here. Thank you. Brilliance. Everyone that's joined my Fanhouse too, before I properly announced it on like Twitter and Instagram. I love and appreciate you guys so much. I've been having so much fun there, getting to know you guys better. And also it's been like a really great source of income that I'm gonna use to buy like a backpack, like a streamer backpack, and a few other things to like improve my content and my stream. Ideally, I would like to earn enough income that I can hire someone to take photos and videos of me in my life that get posted on my Fanhouse and social media. And like I actually have like not a live-in assistant, but someone that is like here all the time helping me with content, because I have a lot of ideas and I'm really yeah, I know. Honestly, I feel like the app has like a long way to go. Zero, thank you so much for the 30 months. I just turned 30 and now our love has just turned 30. Thank you, Zero. I'm gonna moonwalk for you. Here, I'll talk about my Fanhouse in a second. Oh shit. I messed it up. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Still got it. Okay. It's really hot in this room. I need to turn the AC down. 1 second. all your clothes. I am within TOS. I'm gonna keep my stream on. Part-time living backpack streaming pack carrier. Exactly. I don't know how I'm gonna hire for this, honestly. Like, I'm assuming there's lots of people like in their late teens or early 20s who are like wanting to create content, wanting to learn the ins and outs of like the space. So it can be like, not only will I pay them, but like they can also learn a lot from me. But if I'm like, yeah, I just want you to wear this backpack and like tell me what chat is saying and take these photos of me. Oop. Oop. I know, Danny. We're all aging. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Chajni, where have you been at? What games have you been playing the last 4 years? A lot of my community quit me when I started playing Fortnite. They said, Kitty, Fortnite is a baby game, and we only like when you play Counter-Strike and DayZ and H1Z1, and we're not gonna follow you to Fortnite. But now y'all coming back. Y'all coming back now because you're like, oh shit, she might not be playing Counter-Strike, but she's here to love us and teach us about our mental health and our mental wealth and our physical health and our emotional health and our relationship health. Is there anything planned with Alinity? Yes. Alinity and I are doing an event together, and I'm going to be sitting next to her on a plane, and I'm very excited. I really love Alinity. See if you can swing it as an apprenticeship too, and there's funding from a college. Well. I would like 3 interns. I will train them. The magnet is getting stronger. Pwah! We're blossoming into beautiful flowers and aging like fine wine. Honestly, high key, my community is, and I'm like uber proud of you guys when I'm with other chat streamers and they're like, oh my god, my chat is so toxic and they're so mean, and I'm like, oh, I can't relate. My community is the best. I can't relate. My community is dedicated to their growth, loving the world, and transforming their life and creating a positive environment. So I just can't relate. You're sad. Oh, well, I don't like this. You are in the right place today. You are in the right place. Good to see you. My name is Kristen. I'm here to remind you of your beauty, of your grace. You are good. You are loved. You are appreciated. I need you to look at yourself for a second and see how actually incredible and perfect and fantastic you are. Okay? I just need you to see it for a second. Just be a little bit more patient with yourself today. Give yourself a pat on the back. Maybe you're even feeling a little bit of a hug. Ah, wow. Does it feel nice to appreciate ourselves, not shit on ourselves all the time? Yes. Dibs! 3 months! Pew, 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 pew. Thank you so much for the 3 months, Dibs. I'm going to moonwalk for you. I'm gonna moonwalk. I don't have a bike yet. No, I really want to get an electric bike. I saw this girl drive past me on her electric bike, and she got past me because she wasn't in the traffic, and she had this big fat butt riding this electric bike in Miami, and I was just like, that's a nice butt. So yes, I don't know why that sold me on wanting an electric bike, but it did. So it's the little things in life. I mean the big things. I don't know. It's gonna be me soon. Listen, okay, maybe we can do some of my butt workouts today on stream because I didn't do them this morning. Cats! Pee-pee! I called my cat Peta, but my nickname for him is Pee-pee. And I'm like, I don't think that's an appropriate name. Fat Bike Beach, good times. Guys, I don't know if anyone here has been to Miami, but like, you just be looking around, you're like, oh, ooh, ah, oh, so many nice butts. Okay, Dibs, I'm gonna moonwalk for you. Best your algebra. I love the amount of sense you have in your name. Bezion. Bezion. Bezioni. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the kitty team. I love you. 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 I'm gonna get it. It's not cat poop, it's cat puke, okay? It's still gross though. I'm very aware of it. I'm not gonna step in it. Neve, how are you? Welcome to the stream. What are my thoughts on the Johnny Depp drug trial? I am absolutely embarrassed in humanity that there is this many people that are spending hours of their lives watching this total distraction from reality. Like, there's so many other things that are more important that we need to be focusing on than a fucking celebrity law trial. And when I see the hundreds of thousands of people and the streamers that are live streaming this, like, I don't so much blame the streamers for doing it because they're getting a lot of viewership, right? Like, they're filling a demand. But I'm like absolutely embarrassed, like the amount of attention there's been on this, and it just seems very intentional that the media is pushing this out as much as they are and just absolutely distracting people from the real reality and the important things that we should be focusing on. But that's nothing new, right? There's nothing new. There's always something that they're like, oh, look over here. Yeah, don't look at the bombing in Yemen. Look over here. Amber Heard and poop and Johnny Depp. Yay! I don't know. So I'm just like, oh. Yeah, it just makes me embarrassed. Some people find them interesting. I mean, law in general is interesting, okay? And a lot of people are really poop on both of them. It's a hugely successful psyop. It's almost, I mean, that kind of stuff just like is crazy to me. You haven't bothered reading too much, especially during a breakup. I'm sorry you're having a breakup, Gamer's Vlog. It's just, yeah, I don't know. So when I see those things, I'm just like, it just kind of makes me a little bit sick. But yeah, at the same time, like, I'm not necessarily saying that like focusing on the way that you can impact change in the world and yourself is the way, because that can be exhausting too. But when I just see people just like tapping out of their lives to watch like reality shows, I'm like, guys, like, don't you want to have these experiences and these amazing stories and like live a full life? But I guess that's not accessible to everyone. I don't know. Those are my thoughts on it. Thank you for asking. Even though you're mute, I love freaky girls. You muted me. I don't understand these badges. You asked a question for me to answer with my voice, but you're not listening to the stream audio. I'm so confused. Feels more like a TV drama. It makes me wonder if people are getting paid. Well, I mean, when you know you're on camera, like, people play it up. They're actors. They're actors. If they both weren't doing so much drugs, they'd have a lot less problems. It's not the drugs, it's how they use them. Yeah. I met the floral lady for Johnny Depp and Amber in Tybee years ago. It's a badge. Wait, so you can turn it on even if you're not muted? So there's absolutely no point in those badges. Paid actors. I don't know. It's just fishy. It's just fishy to me. And I just have so much strength and desire to come into people's worlds and like make a really positive, like, loving impact on them, and then have people go out into the world and be like loving light warriors. And then when I see this, I'm like, oh God, this is also the world I live in. But all paths lead to God ultimately. So that's how I sleep at night. Yeah. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the trial? You're here right now. You're not watching it unless you've got a second tab open. It's both the best at times and the worst at times. Honest to God, when you start like sinking into that understanding and you realize that like like, especially when you talk to old people and they're like, oh, there's always a war. There's always a celebrity drama. There's always a da 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 da. There's always a la 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 la. Like, this is not new. It's just up to us to discuss, like, to like choose our path. Like, there's nothing new about the themes. So just like, don't get triggered. Don't react to it, or choose the way that you respond. You watch the funny parts on YouTube. Hi, cats! Welcome back. There's nothing new. Exactly. Loves! Thank you for the donation. Yeah, I've been showing my outfit when I moonwalk. Did you just arrive here? I moonwalk for new subscribers, and then you can see my glorious outfit. It is conservative on the top, sexy in the back, and then business on the bottom. Luke says these pants look like business bottoms. I don't know, necessarily agree. You have Asmon on the left monitor. I knew it. I knew it, Alderix. Basically repeating time after time, year after year. I mean, I definitely find myself getting discouraged, where it's like when I just see people just like feeding into like the distracted, numbed complex that the traditional media is serving, and then now new media is serving, and I'm just like, But like, if it brings people joy and bliss and ecstasy and a feeling of connecting with a community of people that are also watching the same things, like, whatever, that's great. Yeah, these are my business bottoms. It makes me yes, you bought one. Oh my god, these are I just bought new ones too. I love these so much. I love them so much. They're so great. Cat Lista knows, and then the crotch goes through, and then it comes up the back, and these straps. It's great. I got a lot of people asking about them. You missed the sex talks and the spicy topics. I mean, I think I have a lot of knowledge to impart on. He's so cute. I think I have a lot of knowledge to impart on people that can be really helpful and beneficial. Oh my god! Alex! You take the cake for the longest of today. 85 months. I don't even want to do the math on that. Let's just call it 85 years, and let's just be grandparents together. Thank you so much for the 85 months. I love you. Yeah, I love the thong bottom. Yeah, me too, Kat. You understand. All the girls in chat understand. If there's any girls in chat that want me to link this, I will be glad to. Or any guys who have girlfriends that would like me to link this, I would be glad to. I definitely think that we as a community need to be open to talking about sex and sexuality more often. And so if I can be a conduit for that and to remove any shame and guilt that people have around it, and then give them tips on how to feel more pleasure and how to help their partner feel more pleasure, then win, 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 win. Yes. Yeah, I was at EDC this weekend. You guys want to see my outfits? I posted them on Instagram and Fanhouse. Do I still play Fortnite? No, I do not. I do not. I do not play Fortnite anymore. I have a lot of people asking about that. What about fetishes? Like, do you want to talk about specific fetishes or just fetishes in general? I just feel like when you use the word fetishize it, like, it just like, in my experience, like, it has a lot of like shame and like the Moo outfit. I know I put that together because I saw this came in the cow print, and that's how I put that together. I'd never talk about mine. Would be good to hear your opinion. Well, I took a human sexuality psychology class in university, and it really got me interested in like fetishes and why people have certain fetishes and why people have different fetishes. I think a lot of it, I think some people are literally born with the fetishes that they have, and then I think a lot of other fetishes are created by the way that we were raised and the experiences that we've had. But I prefer to just like label it as its interests, right? Like a fetish is like a sexual interest, but like when you just make it an interest, people have a lot less like heightened energy around it, right? So whether you have like a foot fetish or a latex fetish or like sub-dom fetish, like I think it's just really interesting ways for like our subconscious to like play with with reality and sexuality. And I don't necessarily think that like people who have fetishes is always inherently like sexual, if that makes sense too. You have a latex fetish? Yeah, me too. I love latex. You're welcome, Day. Have I been traveling? I mean, I traveled for 2 years and then I finally got settled in Miami, which I've been loving. It's nuanced. Depends whether you have fixed or growth-based personality and identity. That's really interesting because I've had a lot of people who have had fetishes and then over time, yeah, they've changed. So yours is a foot fetish and nylon fetish. So do you like when people are wearing nylons on their feet? Is that what it is? Yeah, the foot fetish one is actually really interesting because at least to my knowledge, it's related to like our actual brain wiring. So like the area of the brain that is receptive for feet is right next to our area of our brain that has like a sexualizing component to it. And so in some people, there's an actual like neural connection that gets created between the two. And so in the same way that when we get aroused, like watching people have sex, people get aroused by looking at feet and find them very sexual and arousing. So I just think that's so interesting to me that like physically that's affecting your interests. You're not the same person I was at 13, 23, 33, and 43. Yeah, totally. But it's not sexual. They just look great. Yeah, I get that, Bankai. Another interesting study that I looked at was how when we like show people like nudity and naked bodies, like the time it takes. Nicholson Silver, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I'm gonna moonwalk for you in a second. Welcome to the team. I'll link the Discord if you want to join it. What was I saying? Oh, when we like show people like nudity and naked people, like we think that we're aroused by like breasts or we're aroused by like a vagina or we're aroused by like women and men in like lingerie. But when you actually like desensitize people, the only thing that people get aroused by is the act of watching someone else engage in sex. But like nudity is not something that like turns us on like naturally. But what happens is when we withhold and hide and cover, like it's the withholding that can create a perversion or that arousal. Like it's like the wanting to, the desire to reveal, the desire. Am I explaining this properly? Yeah. So that it's the withholding that actually creates more of this like hungry sexual energy around it. It's kind of like, it's like for going for the chase. But if you're around a lot of naked people like at a spa and stuff, you'll be very surprised how quickly your like surprise and like interest in the human body passes. Like it took me like 20 minutes of like being around a bunch of naked people in Berlin at a spa for my brain to be like, oh, we're just like a bunch of people naked and this feels really nice and freeing and like there's nothing sexual about it whatsoever. Like, and I felt like the most at peace that I've ever have wearing clothes. So hi Paul, how are you? Of course I'm not gonna judge your fetishes, Bankai. I think that's like, it's very like relevant to who you keep in your friendship, right? So ultimately when people are like mocking or judging or making fun of, that's like a projection from them and like the experiences they've had being mocked and made fun of. But ultimately, like we are just who we are and we need to just learn how to accept and love that. And then when you validate who you are, it doesn't matter if people are mocking you because you can understand that that's just their own projection and their own experience, not yours. So it's like, if I was like, ew, that's so weird, you know, like that, I probably have had an experience in my life where I've come out and said something to a group of friends and they had that response. And that's how I was like trained to respond to other people. But ultimately, I think it's really important that like us as people just like really learn to like validate ourselves and then just be totally non-judgmental of other people. Like as long as it's consensual, right, between people, and it doesn't hurt anyone unless it's consensual and they're both consenting to be hurt because they desire that, then like we can't judge, right? And so just like learning to just love and accept people for who they are just creates such a beautiful dynamic. And then we can really have, and like, I'm not just talking about sexually either. Like there's lots of levels to this, what the person does for a living, how they look, how they choose to dress, the accent they have, the color of their skin, the political party they like, the sports team they root for, whatever it is. Like none of this means anything, right? So if you can learn to like look past that and just love people just for who they are and accept them, like you're gonna be so surprised, one, the depth of connection you can make with other people. Like we're all just craving connection and we forget how to do it because we're putting up these walls. And then two, it's really interesting because once you learn to love and accept other people for their interests, then that also compounds onto yourself. So you're gonna notice that like, oh, whoa, because I've learned to love and accept this person's like interests and fetishes and like weirdness, I accept my own too. And I'm much less judgmental about myself as well. So it's so powerful. Hi, Dingo. Not much. How are you? Hi, Salzy. How are you? I'll show you my outfit right now when I moonwalk for Nicholson. Was I shy to be in a naked beach? The first time I ever went to a naked beach, definitely. And then now, not at all. Like my nakedness is like my natural state. And I feel like more comfortable being naked, especially in nature, than anywhere else in any other situation. Wow, that's fucking awesome, Mr. Defense. Oh my god, that brings me so much joy. You bought a crystal wand, I'm assuming? That's so fun. Ah, that makes me so happy. I'm like tearing up. What the hell? Bye, Alex. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you. Is my kitchen back together again? This kitchen is. I just came into stream and we're talking about sex and nudity. Yes, Jordy, if that makes you uncomfortable, then you're probably in the right place. If it makes you uncomfortable, you're in the right place. There's a delay on the follow age, Shanona. I'm not sure exactly how long it is. I think it's like 10 or 15 seconds if you want to try again. The thing is, no matter how much people say they don't judge, everyone judges. It's basic human behavior. I mean, simply like, there's... It's basic human behavior, but when you bring awareness, okay, to your life, and when you bring awareness to your life, okay, and so it's natural to judge, okay, so like, let's just see someone walks in a room and my brain is judging whether they're a man or a woman, right? But then when I bring awareness to it, and then I'm like, okay, don't judge that, like let them like show me how they want to present first. Does that make sense? Like that's kind of a bad example, but like we naturally judge, but then choosing to like not let like our primal brain that's analyzing everything lead us, and instead like take a step back and be like, okay, my first judgment was that they are reckless, right? But I'm gonna choose not to judge a book by its cover. Like I had one experience when I got in an Uber. I was in New York, and there's this guy who was the Uber, and he was like very, very, very overweight. He had a really small car. He like barely fit in the car. And I got in there, and like at the time, I was much younger. Like I was like 20, 21. I made the judgment on him that like I wasn't going to have, at the time I was like really seeking deep spiritual conversation. And so I was like, oh, he doesn't have a healthy relationship with food. He probably doesn't have a healthy relationship with the divine. Okay, this is very like, very judgmental of me to do that. And so I got in the car and I was like, I'm not expecting to have any good conversation here. And then I was like, okay, whoa, Kristen, baby. Don't judge a book by its cover. Like, just be open. Oh, fuck, Zanona, you win today with the 8 years and 3 months. Damn! And so I was like, don't judge a book by like a cover. We're always open to being surprised, right? Like, that's one of my favorite mantras is like, I'm open to being surprised. And then once you're surprised about making judgments, then your judgments change a little bit too. And I was sitting in the car and we started talking. Yeah, exactly, Timbo. I mean, it could be a thyroid thing. It could be like a depression thing. It could be so many different things. So it was a total bad judgment on my part. Anyways, he was like, what's it called? We started talking about plant medicine. And he told me that 3 months ago, he had gone down to Peru and done an ayahuasca ceremony. And he told me all about it. And he was such a beautiful speaker. And he just took me along on this incredible journey through his trip. And I was like, whoa, this is so cool. Like, this is incredible. And as he was talking, he said something that like I have still to this day never forgotten. And he was like, my favorite thing about my journey was that like Mother Ayahuasca, or like this grandmother guide energy that comes up when you do drink ayahuasca, showed him his experience, or showed him what it was like to be a woman. And so for part of his journey, she put him in the feminine energy where he could feel the waves of women, the sensitivity of women, the different ways that we think, the different ways that we feel. And he was like, after having that experience, like my respect for women just went up so high. Like I have no idea how women ride these waves of emotion the way that you do, and so beautifully too. And I was like, oh my God, this guy is so cool. And then he proceeded to tell me that his mother is a psychic, and she's been a psychic for the New York Police Department for like 30 years and has helped them solve kidnappings, murders, and a bunch of other different things. Like they call on her when they like really are having a tough time with a case. And I just had like one of like my favorite conversations I've ever had in an Uber. And it was like the guy that I judged the most to not be open-minded and not be like connected to himself. And he was like the most connected. I was like, wow, I'm never gonna judge anyone ever again. Fuck. That's great. You have a shirt that says, don't judge what you don't understand. People do all the time. That's why my favorite quality in people is just like open curiosity. And this is really something that I try and develop in myself, is like remaining open and remaining curious. Like I'm always ready to be proved wrong. Like I heard this Gandhi quote when I was listening to this Ram Dass lecture, and it was, my only commitment is to the truth. My commitment, I'm not committed to consistency. I'm committed to the truth. And so it's like letting yourself or your views be wrong if you've received new information, and then changing yourself accordingly into the new path of truth. And I just like really love and respect that idea, because I think it's so important that like in this developing world, we don't have all the information, we don't have all the understandings. So like the more that we can feel open and curious about the situation, about other people, about whatever it is, like the better. And it's like a skill, like it's a muscle that you have to hone over time. And so when I meet other people that prioritize this open curiosity as like something that they're working on developing, and will be like, whoa, Kristen, hey, I'm sorry about last night. Like I was so stuck in my opinion, but like I actually realize now that like you were right and my opinion's changed. And I'm like, whoa, like I'm paying attention to you now. That's fucking cool. Nicholson Silver, thank you so much for subscribing with your Prime sub. I'm gonna moonwalk for you, and you guys can see my outfit today. It's pretty basic. Okay, we got party on the top and then business on the bottom. Oop. A mouse under me. This music today is such a vibe. Okay. My eye is watering. I think I got mascara in it today. I'm trying this new MAC mascara, and literally I was putting it on. Luke just got it for me when he was at the Ulta event. It looks like this. I don't know how many girls I have in my chat. Well, I guess guys can wear eyeliner mascara too, but like it's this one. And literally when I was putting it on my eye, like the fumes from the mascara was making my eye water. And I was like, this does not feel like a very well-designed product. If that makes sense. Not very well designed. Hi, Simple. How are you today? Oh, Ramiz, you're in Amsterdam? Fuck, I love Amsterdam. I want to go back so bad. I'm thinking that I might try and go to TwitchCon Amsterdam. There's alcohol in it? Yeah. But that's so stupid. It's such a stupid design. Hello? Hello? Don't get monkeypox. Oh my God, stop looking at the news. Literally, people need, like, if everyone watches too much news. Okay? I don't fart, Juicy. Actually, I do. I'm pretty lactose intolerant, and if I have lactose, I'll fart. It's a bad habit. I mean, it's a bad physical attribute. Monkeypox has literally never killed anyone. Exactly. It's just more fear propaganda. Look away, chat. Look away. I know you're being sarcastic, but some people might not be. You look like the girl in Oxy adverts. I've never seen it. OxyClean? OxyClean advert. I haven't seen it. Can I talk about... No, I haven't talked about my sober EDC experience. It was so great. But also just totally not the same. Like, what I don't really realize, like, because I was drinking so much at so many of the events that different types of events that I've been to over the years, I don't really quite understand exactly how alcohol impacts them or how it did, and now I'm starting to understand. And so it's so interesting to me to now have these experiences and be like, whoa, like one of the biggest things that I've noticed is like alcohol really adds this overall like softness to everything. You know, like you won't notice people as much. You won't notice where you are as much. Like the stage even has like a softness to it. And like, it just kind of like, I guess softness is the right word, but like, it's hard to describe exactly. It softens the entire experience. It softens your memories. It softens people that you meet. And it's not necessarily like, it's not a bad thing. Like I think that's a really positive thing about alcohol and drinking is it's just like this kind of sweet, smooth experience. Because when you're sober and when I'm at EDC, it's like, I'm just hyper aware. I figured no one could tell if you're sober or not. No one can tell if I'm sober now, but when I first stopped drinking about 1.5 years ago, people could definitely tell. Because I was like more uncomfortable. Like I wouldn't dance as much. Like I wasn't tuned in to like being like fully wild and free, I would say. But now like my goal has been like getting to like the free, expressive, loving being that I am when I'm sober, if that makes sense. Like I want to take all the benefits that alcohol would give me, like confidence to talk to. I've got like, I can be confident and talk to lots of people. I can be, what's it called? I can, confident to talk to people. I'm confident to dance. I'm quite like, I'm not as reckless, I would say, but I would like to even be a little bit more reckless, in general. But although I have no fear of risk, I think it's because I had so many concussions growing up. So maybe I probably don't need to be as reckless. But oh my God, I know. Yeah, if you watch my 2019 vlog versus my 2021 Burning Man vlog, you really notice the difference between like heavy, intoxicated, blacked out Kristen. Like I didn't remember any of Burning Man the first time I went. Like I mean parts of it, and then the other parts, like yeah. And then 2021, I remember everything. So I love that I get to remember. I love MDMA does that for you. Yeah, MDMA is great. I just don't, my physical being loves MDMA. Obviously, I think everyone loves it. But like when I take it for the next like week to 2 weeks, I am just like an entirely different person. Like I don't notice the beauty. I don't feel as confident in myself. Like I'm not, like I just don't see the good things in the situation as much. I think when I'm taking MDMA, when I've taken MDMA, especially when I've taken a lot of it, like it just affects my balance. And so now that I've reached a point in my life that I just feel so good all the time, like I feel high right now, sober. Like I'm very protective of it, I would say. Love you too, Luke Legend. How are you? Who did? I'm fucking great today. How are you? Wine is tricky. It doesn't hit you for like 30 minutes and then you need to drink lots of it. Yeah. I drink so infrequently. I noticed the fact I didn't drink for 2 years and drank once a year at Christmas. Now I drink occasionally. It dulls the experience. It reduces inhibitions, but so does personal development and working on yourself. Exactly, Surfing Cat. So like, I think there's a lot to be said about like cultivating your what's it called, cultivating your confidence without the alcohol. Because when I first started drinking when I was in my teens, like it made sense that I had more I'm not gonna unblock Juicy. He got a 10-minute block for saying he wants to put his nuts on my face, and that was justified. Like the come down, I just noticed less. You haven't had any liquor for months? That's great, Timbo. How do I get a follow without the, I don't know the sound tag thing, OG Penna. They just unlocked that. I'm not even sure how it works really. The come down after all the beauty. Well, like what happens is it like really affects your serotonin reuptake, and it just makes it so your body won't have as much of a reserve of serotonin for the next little while until your brain recuperates. And so you'll notice that like with alcohol, you'll be hungover for like a day or 2 or 3 days if you really fucked up and mixed a bunch of shit and you're older. But with like MDMA, like I find that it would affect me like 2 weeks later. And I'm just not myself. And yeah, so I feel so great now. I feel like really, really happy. And I also am just so in a state of like, I really want to change the world, and not change the world. I really want to affect the world positively. And I'm so dedicated to that. And so like, I just want like a clean, healthy, loving vessel to be able to like fully do that. So as soon as my goals like 2 years ago became, I want the most amount of clarity, I want the most amount of energy, I want the most amount of pleasure in my life, I want the most amount of strength to be able to do the different activities. Like I never want to be limited by my body. I want to feel like tall, confident, slim, and fit. Hi, Koshmar. How are you? Good evening, Psychedelic. How's your day? Nevi, how you doing? High on life. Like I'm not saying I'm not going to still use MDMA. Like I think MDMA is a really great couples substance. I would even call it medicine. So like a lot of people in the 60s, and it's really sad that MDMA got looped into the war on drugs, but like a lot of people in the 60s were like healing their relationships and their marriages with MDMA. I agree, Martin. I agree. It's great with acid. Yeah. But like people were using it as a means to, because it opens you up. It opens your heart up and it lowers your judgment. It lowers the programming that's creating these negative loops and creating this false sense of the world and this limiting negative sense of the world. And so I think it's really, I mean, it's different from ecstasy. MDMA is like the actual chemical in ecstasy. Ecstasy is typically laced with stuff. It's methylene dioxymethamphetamine. But ecstasy is like, has like speed and stuff in it and a few other things. It can have fentanyl. So like, if you guys are interested in doing all this, I highly suggest finding a therapist that's doing MDMA assisted therapy. Like lots of people are doing it now, and it's great. It makes you feel like you're about to have an orgasm, but you're not having an orgasm. It's like right before, you're just in this state of ecstasy, like absolute pleasure, peace, love of everyone. Yeah, it's totally a therapeutical tool that opens your mind to a different world, which is why they took it away from us. It connects us with each other and creates peace and makes it so people don't want to go to war. Let's take that away from them. Docs almost killed you with fentanyl. Yeah, there's a lot of stories with that. It's really hard to dose fentanyl. They do it a lot in hospitals though, but it's like a micro amount that you need. I've opened up my darkest thoughts and shared great things with my partner on it. Felt so alleviated and gave me the confidence to share. Totally. I think like more people like should understand that. Like, and it's such a relief. Like ultimately we just need like a safe and open place to discuss our feelings with our partner. And sometimes we don't have the tools as someone who's listening to it to not take it defensively, to not like judge the other person. But when you're having these experiences with clean products and a psychologist that's specialized in this type of therapy, then you have a really beautiful, healthy, loving experience. Like I have friends who have like a really, really amazing relationship, and every 3 months they take ecstasy together and just have a romantic night where they like talk and make love. And I'm like, that's such a like, and then they just get out all the things that they've been holding on to. And I was like, oh, that's so beautiful. Because I think it's so interesting too. Like a lot of us, and I think I'm still guilty of this. Like, I think it's a lifetime practice, is like, we don't know how to share our love. You know, like a lot of people are still really uncomfortable complimenting others or telling people that they love them, etc., etc. Hi, Ross. I'll read your messages when you're not trying to free people. That's what they said on Woodstock right before they conquer the world with free love. Yeah. Wait, no way. What are you talking about? Making love on LSD is my favorite. It was my favorite. Oh my god, last time I did that, literally, like Luke was just like this like strong, beautiful, like colorful being, and I could see the energy that was like connected between us and around us. And like as I felt more pleasure and tapped into my breath more and my body more, like everything would get brighter and like more ecstatic, and then like connection between us would get deeper when we were making eye. Oh man, it was great. It was great. Yeah, sorry. I mean, it's different for everybody, but like I'm in a really safe, loving relationship that I feel very secure in physically and like emotionally. So it was a good experience for me. I think that's like probably the key for this. I am really bending my mind trying to get kids to speak of free love, LSD, and blockchain. Listen, man, there's such I wouldn't call it a revolution. Yeah, maybe a revolution, like a rebellion against the old and then like entering the new. And there's so like, here's the trick though. You don't talk about the way, like when you talk about how like the government took this away from us and blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't think that that's as helpful. But when you're like, hey, these things are medicine when they're used in the proper situation. Here's people that have tried it. Here's their experience of it. Like if you do have treatment resistant depression, if you do have an inability to communicate your feelings to other people, if you do have this block in yourself and with others, like this is a tool that you can use. I think that's better. Like once you get into like, I've learned this is like, I'm not trying to wake people up. Like there's so many resources out there that are trying to wake people up to like the conspiracies of the war on drugs and how they took away all the things that were creating connection to people and then added a ton of cocaine and amphetamines to get people to do more work and increase the GDP. Like that's very well documented. But like, let's instead discuss with people like the cool positive benefits that are available and how they can use it as a tool. And then also, I agree with Surfing Cat, cold showers and breath work are also very, very, very powerful for shifting into that energy, increasing the DMT in your body. Eating more omega-3s. Omega-3s are an MAO inhibitor, so you're going to be able to see the world with more love and beauty too. Yes, Coca-Cola had cocaine in it, and they had a lot of cocaine in it. It's crazy. It does look like amazing hallway to Muwang. Amazing. Lady stopped here at my shop. She was on acid and she was some sparkly glitter on back of her hands. She kept licking with her tongue. Nice. Lol, lol, lol. That's interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I mean, people get very weird on psychedelics. But I mean, at the end of the day, what is weird? Good morning, Dying. How are you? Any other topics you guys want to talk about today? Love, peace, relationships, pleasure, food, dancing, sex. Oh. I have a meeting in 10 minutes. Oh, I got on late today. What is this meeting about? I have a, okay. Okay, that's fine. I have to leave in 10 minutes. So what topic do you guys want to talk about? Mushrooms make you see things? Yeah, they definitely do. It's pretty cool. Grapes are good. I love grapes. Grapes are healthy for you. Yeah, I went to EDC. If you want to see the photos and videos, they're on my Instagram and my Fanhouse. If you want more photos, they're on my Fanhouse. My Twitch is still linked twice. Are you sure? I thought I fixed it. I thought I fixed it. Are you saying is it in the description or on my page? Where is it linked twice? I don't see it. Am I dumb? Hello? Where is it? Channels. About. Twitter. Oh, I see. The Twitter links to... Okay. Well, Twitter links to Twitch. Is that what you're saying? I don't even know how to fix that. Okay, I'll figure that out later. It's fine. If people need to find my Twitter that bad from my shorts channel, they can Google it. Most things people don't want to talk about, they should talk about on the way. Pain and experience and emotional stuff. I know, but a lot of people, like, we've never been given the tools to do that. You know, like nobody teaches you how to, one, share your feelings, and two, be a good listener, a non-judgmental, loving, open, accepting, curious listener. So it's really difficult. Like, so at the same time as you're having to learn how to, I can type it in chat, Fanhouse. Oh wait, Fanhouse. The same time that you're having to like learn to be confident enough to speak your truth, you're also having to teach the other person to be an active listener. And I would say like that's been my biggest challenge, is like, so like while in other relationships, I've cultivated being able to be an open speaker. And then when I get in a new relationship and I'm openly speaking, but like they don't understand how to be an open listener and a loving listener. And then I'm like getting triggered back into not wanting to speak. Like if people are just like shutting you down or making you feel weird or da 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 da, it's like, it's, if you're still insecure about being like open, like it's gonna just shut you down even more. So you really got to get to a point where like you're validating yourself and like honestly you don't care about the other person's opinion. And then you're like, oh, it's okay if this is triggering you. I just need to speak my truth. Because I think that's probably one of the largest challenges in relationships, is when we don't know how to do that. Oh, Johan, thanks for subbing to my Fanhouse. I appreciate you. Hell yeah! I know. I just connected my Twitch to my Fanhouse. You can get notified when I go live. Yeah, and I added a new banner. I'm like pretty proud of myself with this, and I love posting videos and photos and connecting with you guys in DMs. Like I'm gonna announce it fully soon. I mean, I guess I've done it enough on Twitch, but yeah, it's $20 a month. It gives you guys access to DM me one-on-one. I post videos and photos that I wouldn't post on social media normally. And yeah, I what's it called? I made some extra bikini sets too that I have. So I don't know. I really enjoy playing with this medium. Yeah, it's like my safe little place to be fun and sexy, but not sexual. So there's no nudity, no porn. Yeah. It's not the same content on my Insta. I definitely post more exciting stuff and what's it called? And it's one-on-one chatting, Kat. I would say like that's the predominant thing that people are loving about it, is being able to talk to me one-on-one. Yeah. It's similar to OnlyFans, but the platform as a whole doesn't have nudity. So I like it because it allows me to do like a paywall content and connect with you guys more, but I don't have the same stigma associated with OnlyFans with brands. So I can still do brand deals and things like that, if that makes sense. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I was actually thinking of adding that as one of the requests, was to do like play Valorant games together too through my OnlyFans, through my Fanhouse. So if you're interested in that, I'm gonna make that an option moving forward. Kat, that might be the case for some people, but I would say the majority of my people that have been subscribing to me aren't interested in nudity. I think you're just projecting yourself onto it, which is okay. Hi, Poppycasts. How are you? Yeah, and it's gonna support me getting a stream backpack and an assistant to take even more videos and photos. Thanks, Pyro. I have watched Yes Theory. If I could put together like a production team, I would love to make content like Yes Theory. That's a really good compliment. Thank you. There are a lot of horny men on the internet. There are, definitely. And there's a lot of horny women too. Like, don't undersell us. This idea that men are the horny ones and women aren't is so outdated. I think women are more horny than men. The only reason men think women are less horny is because most men aren't pleasing their partners properly. And so why are you gonna be horny when your experience is gonna be shitty? So yeah, definitely a misconception. Oh, because you get banned on Fanhouse if you post, and like if you post nudity, Kat. That's why. There's a lot of horny everywhere because listen, guys. Wow. Horniness is such a powerful energy. I did a talk about this on my TikTok or my Instagram if you follow it. It's like channeling your sexual energy will get you everything that you wanted. Partners, promotions, business success. The most incredible energy that we all have is our sexual energy. Like, it literally creates life. And so when you can learn how to channel that and breathe it up your body and just feel the pleasure of attraction and desire, and then use that energy in your body to go out and to create companies, to create networks, to meet people, etc. Like, the easiest way to discuss it is, it's like it all sits at the base of your spine. And so when you flex your pelvic muscles and then your abs and then your back and then your neck, you can actually pump your spinal fluid with your breath and your muscles up your spine into your head. And when you're doing this and you're pumping it, then you increase your DMT in your brain and serotonin and dopamine, and is healthy and so good for you. Like, if you feel like you're low energy, you're probably sitting too much and you're creating stagnation in your sacral and root chakra, which, like, your sacral chakra is literally responsible for your creativity and your energy and your vigor. And if you feel like lackluster for that, like hula hooping, shaking your ass, twerking, like just moving more in your body, humping, just go like hump some shit, you know? Like, we're not doing enough humping, in all honesty. Go get some more humping out there. Hi, Joey. Because like, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people watching this too are also like me, and we sit a lot. And so when I was sitting too much and I wasn't incorporating these like movement exercises into my body, I was so low energy. I felt so lethargic. I was so heavy and down all the time. And then when I started adding these like movements into my body and the breath work and everything, it like changed my life. Absolutely. You get up every hour and walk around for a minute or two. I love that. That's great. That's why I love doing the moonwalks. Shout out to all the office workers with this advice. I'm just waiting for everyone to get up in their cubicle and they're just like, bah, 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 bah. I mean, you could get a vibrating chair, you know, like just anytime you can create that movement, dancing, moving, hula hooping, jogging, anything. Okay, I have to get to this meeting, mi amors. I loved chatting with you guys today. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. I'm really excited about this meeting. This could mean more content coming out for you guys. If you enjoyed the stream, make sure to spank the follow button. Check out my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Fanhouse, YouTube. I post on there a lot, and I'm the most active on my Fanhouse now. So if you want to see more behind the scenes and talk to me directly, go and subscribe to that. And yeah, hi Suzy. Nah, all my people, you guys are joining now. You're joining so late, and you're off. Yeah, I gotta go like right now. Okay, I'm gonna be late for this meeting. I fucking love you guys. I fucking love my community so much. It's the best community. I love you. Okay, let's link. Jerky's here too. Fuck, everyone's here. Damn it, I don't want to go. Maybe Tyler can take this meeting. What else do I got here? YouTube. Did I write YouTube? I already did YouTube. Do I have a Facebook command? I don't think so. Oh, I do. Okay. Okay, check out my content on my platforms. I love you guys. I'll be back tomorrow.